This video is classified as PG. Parental guidance is recommended for viewers under 12 years. Imagine a fearsome warrior with an indestructible spirit, a warrior that is renowned for skill and dedication of an entire legion. They had speed, strength, and agility. In battle, they were an unstoppable force. They were the samurai. Hello, I'm your host, Dr. Spencer Cameron, and along with Professor Llewellyn Sadlier and Dr. Trevor Morris, we're here to investigate the life of the samurai. The samurai, or bushi, were warriors of shogunate Japan. The samurai started as strong and powerful tax collectors for the emperor, ruling the military class and eventually becoming the highest ranking people in Japan. They became in power in 1603 CE. For ruling for about 150 years, the samurai started to die out. Their reign finally ended in 1867 CE due to modern day movement, the Americans, and the emperor. Although the samurai were almost victorious, the modern-day Japanese Empire came out on top with their modern-day weapons. Often samurai ran in the family, so if your father was a samurai, you would be a samurai, but only if you're a male. It was rare to find a woman as a samurai. If you wanted to be a female samurai, you would need to train yourself or find a sensei to teach you the way of the samurai. Female samurai were not a part of family tradition, so it didn't get passed down.
Bushido is the unwritten code for samurai. A true warrior must be loyal, compassionate, courageous, and above all else, honorable.
Samurai must appreciate life and respect the world around them. They needed to have a balanced life. They had to show compassion to the children and the weak, but also they must be fierce warriors in battle. There are 7 virtues of Bushido:
justice, bravery, benevolence, veracity, politeness, honor, and loyalty.
If a samurai goes against Bushido, or any of the 7 virtues, they must fall to seppuku.
Seppuku is the art of disembowelment. A samurai who was seeking honor would use a small blade, traditionally the tanto, to stab their bowel, and in a left-right slicing motion, they would die a slow death. A weak warrior would have a friend stand close by with a katana ready to cut their head off if they hesitated.
Your samurai training depended on your wealth. If you were poor, you would attend the local school in the village for basic education. Your samurai training would be taught to you by either your father, brother, or uncle.
If you were wealthy, you would be sent to special academies at the age of 5, and would be taught how to fight, and military skills would be drilled into you. You would also be taught literature, history, and other necessary knowledge. At first, samurai were mounted archers. Riding a horse and firing a bow is difficult, so to master it, samurai trained for years. The swordsmanship did not come about for a few centuries.
Every day a samurai would train and study. This is why they were the most skillful warriors of all time.
the emperor was in control of Japan.
The emperor was the commander, the highest rank in the hierarchy. A shogun was a military general leader of power in the battlelands. Their place was second on the hierarchy. Daimyos were like tribal leaders of certain areas of Japan. They are the third on the hierarchy. The samurai were fierce warriors, horsemen wielding their sharp swords with agility and technique. They were soldiers and their place was fourth on the hierarchy. The peasants did all the hard labor, unlike the merchants. They would provide for the wealthier. The merchants were the lowest of the hierarchy, because they didn't do any of the hard labor like everyone else.
The samurai used many weapons. From swords to bows, they had it all. The most famous samurai weapon was a sword called the katana.
A slightly bent blade that is made up of carbon martensite, the strongest artificial metal on Earth. At first, samurai used large recurve bows, known as yumi. Samurai used a second blade, called a wakizashi. This small blade was carried with the katana into battle and gave the samurai advantage over warriors with one sword. The tanto is more of a ceremonial blade, used for seppuku, but was still carried into battle. The tanto was a small knife concealed in bamboo and was made the same way as the katana.
A samurai weapon is a sacred part of them. If they lost their sword in battle, it would be like you losing a limb.
The ninjas were once samurai. They are very sneaky people and often used as assassins. We know very little about the ninjas.
We've seen the ferocity and determination of the samurai. We've seen their love and compassion for life. We've seen the way of the samurai.